Yeah.
That's where the case is small than mine.
Actually use this chart when I was using this thing a lot.
Right, some of them you can buy, mine has a thermometer built into it, so you can
oh, channel both at once.
well, no, what happens is these are calibrated at 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you chill the wort down to 60 degrees, so you put the whole hydrometer tube in there in the refrigerator when it gets to 60. And then also you got to worry about
like how much of a beer is this?
In other words, you want to just drink it when you're done.
You don't need a tube that big. You need one just big enough to fit the hydrometer.
Well, you don't want to put mashing temperature water in.
No, you can get a smaller hydrometer too. But
this is really thin.
Yeah, you get a smaller hydrometer.
There you go.
Yeah.
But you can put it on this with no problem. Right? You said that was $69.
It was actually $60.
$60.
Yeah.
That just seems like it's going to be something that pays for itself in the long run.
In the long run.
Time and.
I mean, I've already broke 3 of these.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You were there when I broke one. 4 or 5 days later, carb it for 3 days, 2 or 3 days, and you force carb it, and it's ready. That's what I did for an event for somebody who bought a keg, and it was good, really good. But I don't encourage 7-day-old beer.
But it can be done.
Yeah, it can be done very well. I mean, we're drinking 322, 319.
Yeah.
And it's what, 4.7?
Yeah.
The attenuation is what it's about, man. You need to have the right degrees. You need to have good food for the yeast.
They say that brewers don't make beer, yeast makes beer.
Yeah, yeast
brewers just make yeast food.
That's all I do.
Keep your yeast happy.
Just feed the yeast.
Yeast farming.
And you don't manufacture yeast either.
Right.
Contrary to why yeast.
You know, one of the things that you can get away with is selling wort. You can sell wort and be a business. It's not alcohol. You know, it's like books a million.
Well, it's like
wort's a million.
It's like the, back in Prohibition, having the malt and the hops already added. Just don't add water or yeast.
Don't set it out.
Don't set it out.
Yeah, don't ruin the beer.
No, what happened was they couldn't sell beer, so what they did was they sold malt extract, pre-hopped malt extract with yeast. Pre-hopped.
How do you do that?
And you just make it. Basically, what malt extract is, you make it the wort and you concentrate it. You just remove the water. The liquid malt extract is about 20% water by weight, and the dry malt extract is about 2% water by weight. That's why it's so hydroscopic. It absorbs moisture. But you can pre-hop it. You just boil it with the hops in it, just like you would a beer, and then take that wort and take the water out. So yeah, pre-hopped malt extract. And so they would sell that in the grocery stores during Prohibition. There would be a warning label on there. It said, "Warning: do not add yeast and water and leave out. Otherwise, alcohol might."
Alcohol happens.
Alcohol might.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So don't do this. Don't do these steps.
Direction.
Yeah. And there's no other use for pre-hopped malt extract. It makes, you can't bake with it. It'd be too bitter.
Wouldn't that be a great homebrew bumper sticker? Alcohol happens.
Color looks really, really good. I end up adding it to my boil before my mash goes in.
Everybody know what it tastes like?
It tastes
You
really
taste
good.
it? Taste it.
Yeah.
But it's really sweet.
There's a candy called, I'll let you guys.
It's good.
It's a popular candy that tastes like.
Oh. Darn, that's tasting like malt though. It's confusing me.
That's what it is.
I know.
Malted milk balls, maybe?
Yeah,
Yes.
Malted milk balls or Whoppers. Right?
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is.
Gotcha.
Oh, crap.
That's what it is.
Got the mash out.
Wow, the malt is just hanging in there.
The reverse boil off. The concentrated grain.
you're doing is setting up what's called a grain bed filter. You're setting up with husks. That's why when you mill the grains, you don't mill them to a powder. You just crack the grains because you want the husks left, and they create a filter. Right. And the reason why you separate them is, and the reason why he doesn't go over 180 degrees when the sparge water is, once you get over 180 degrees, you start extracting tannins. Tannins are give you astringency. I don't know if you ever chewed on a grape leaf or a grape skin or a tea leaf. Yeah, it won't give you astringency. You don't want that.
So our mash water is ready. We're at 176 from here. I don't recognize it.
This is the part that just kind of bothers me. Despite us we captured on video, so it's a good fight.
Ed's standing line.
David's going viral.
He's standing back. Exactly.
You'll hate your skin for a while.
Here, keep it.
I told you guys, the line was right back there.
Where the grass starts.
My video's picking up with just pure safety right now, and that's all it is.
You just send it back through to like filter everything again. That's all the concentrated stuff on top of all of our water.
Reverse.
Warlock is the German word. What it really means is to recirculate. Normally what you do is you're doing that to set up a grain bed filter. So you don't want to stir it like you were stirring it.
I mean, how else are you going to get it past the filter?
It was awesome.
Well,
it was so good. Yeah.
I heard that you stir it to extract all the sugars out of the malt.
Well, there's a couple of different ways to do that.
And this is why homebrewers don't like each other's beer.
Well, the Germans, to fly the old British way was called party guile. And you could just once you get it flowing, and the reason for the warlock, the recirculating, is to clear the wort. Because when you first do it, you're going to get a lot of grain and stuff. It's just stuck in there. And then once it clears out, that's when you want to collect it. Because a little bit of grain in your boil kettle is not bad. But
nope.
If you get enough, you're going to start extracting those tannins. But you're going to bring up to 212 degrees, which is obviously above 180.
Exactly.
So,
but 171 basically extracts the sugar from the grain from a scientific standpoint.
Yeah, well, it's soluble. It gets more soluble as you raise the temperature.
And then to stir it when you're mashing out further gets that sugar out. And so to get a good efficiency on your sugar extraction from the grain, you want the right temperature, obviously. And I mean,
Do you ever measure your efficiency?
absolutely. Mine's always at 72. And what we're talking about is actually how much actual alcohol you get from your potential gravity.
I was talking about how much sugar you're getting per pound of grain.
And I equate that into how much food the yeast has to eat. So my efficiency is at 72%. My yeast is eating good yeast that I've extracted 70% from my wort.
Efficiency. One is the mash efficiency. So that's how much sugar you get per pound of grain.
Yeah.
So that's your original
Your malt
gravity.
bill,
The way you
right?
measure it, right. The way you measure it is how much grain. It's rated at a certain amount. You usually get about 35 points of gravity per pound per gallon. And so that you can measure your original gravity, and it'll give you your extraction efficiency. Then there's also the attenuation efficiency, of how much exactly.
Tastes good.
And that's the difference between original gravity and final gravity. That's usually around 75%.
Yep.
Depends on the yeast and temperature, yeast nutrients, that kind of stuff.
Today we're using yeast I've never used before. So I have no idea what my attenuation, but I expect it to be the same as any other yeast that I've used. Does it smell good?
Yeah, and it
great.
smells like Halloween. I don't know why. It makes me feel like
It's Easter.
And maybe I don't know what the
Chocolate.
smell is. It makes me think of Halloween for some reason. Maybe it smells like pumpkins or something.
Actually, it's proof that the strongest human sense is smell.
Yeah.
That'll bring up memories faster than anything.
That's right.
Burns
the inside a little bit, yeah.
That's what it smells like to me. Inside of it.
Like a jack-o'-lantern?
Yeah.
When you like light
Yeah.
jack-o'-lantern.
All right, so we're gonna add our first stage of hops. Our first stage of hops is gonna be a cross between Kent Goldings, which is a 5.0% alpha acid, and a Magnum, which is a 15.2% alpha acid.
Sorry.
We're gonna mix our starting oil with two different hops, a Magnum, which is actually a Jalenta, and what's the other hop that's a cross between the two? Ed might know it. Alright, but Magnum is a cross between two hops, 15.2 alpha, obviously our bittering, and then a 5.0 Kent Goldings. We're gonna add also, we got another 2 ounces that we're gonna probably add to the dry hopping basis. So if you were to smell this,
Which I would like.
Fred's camera has a smell vision on it. If your computer has a smell vision on it, application, you'll be able to smell the hops. If not, you need to download that today.
Yeah.
So
There's nothing like this.
it's really good. My camera also has a smell vision. So get your computer.
Oh,
It's really good. So we're gonna blend those together for 60 minutes of our boil. Oil's just about there. So you smell those together.
I'd
Pass
like
this around. Like this is really
Okay, I'm gonna smell.
incredible.
oh. Would you wear this? Tell me, would you wear this?
You don't want to put that on your
No,
wrist?
it smells weird. It kind of smells like pickles. Am I weird that I think it smells like pickles a little bit? Does it smell like pickles at all to you?
Your mind is very everything smells. There's all these weird different.
I'm not gonna call you weird.
I can smell.
Yes, really?
I can smell.